You know, I had an old politician back in Virginia Beach who was a farmer, had the most common sense of any of the politicians I served with. And I kind of feel like after hearing all of the speakers, the mayor, the deans, Jennifer, I said I would be able to hold myself together, but I do feel like I've kind of died and gone to heaven. But this old politician who was a great farmer, he said, George, you know, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to go today. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity, while I'm still living, to hear some of the things that may have been said about me when I do pass. So today is supposed to be a celebration and an appreciation of George Hanbury. But it really, for me, is George Hanbury's day to appreciate all of you and what you've said and what you've done. So, as I stand before all of you today, I really am filled with a deep sense of gratitude, pride, humility, after 27 years at NSU and serving thousands of students, faculty, staff, alumni, and citizens who come to this university, those parents. Today marks the closing of a chapter for me that has been, as said earlier, the greatest honor of my life. And it's enabled me to perform the most noble, truly noble service that I feel I've ever undertaken. And that is of helping those young men and women fulfill their academic dreams and their goals. But more importantly, help them unleash their potential to be leaders in any discipline of their passion. You see, I've been blessed to be a student and a steward, as well as a coach at NSU, whereby we have shared for almost 3 decades extraordinary accomplishments, which many people said, that can't be done, not by Nova. You can't do that. But by believing in ourselves and ignoring our critics, we've definitely defied their expectations, and we've overcome insurmountable odds. When NSU's board, led by Ron Asif's chair, asked me to be NSU's 6th president and succeed Ray Ferrero Jr., I saw a university with tremendous potential, a place filled with brilliant minds, passionate hearts, and unwavering commitment to education. I am so proud to have shepherded with the board, the deans, the vice presidents, the students, shared vision, a shared vision that we all took and adopted an enhanced mission and established 8 core values whereby we have witnessed that potential blossom bloom into remarkable achievements. Together, at locations in Florida, Puerto Rico, and Colorado, we've transformed our main campus here in Davie and our 9 regional campuses into state-of-the-art environments that inspire learning, create innovation, establish research for discovery, and encourage collaboration. Such activities have strengthened our academic reputation from being unranked in 2010 to, for the last 5 years, to be ranked in the top half of doctoral research national universities by U.S. News and World Report. We have, in addition, exceeded the threshold just this year that next year, in 2025, Carnegie Institute for Research will designate NSU in an R1 category. Unbelievable in 2010 when those naysayers said that would never happen. And as you saw, we've even exceeded $1 billion in external funds. Another thing, people said, $500 million in philanthropy for little old Nova? That will never be possible. And you talk about $500 million in research. Research was not even in our vision or mission until 2010. But we did it. That little old university at 232 East Los Olas Boulevard in 1964 has risen to today is a $6 billion economic impact for the people of this great state of Florida. However, don't you ever believe or anybody tell you that it was one person or a group of people who fulfilled all those remarkable achievements. It was one NSU. One NSU consisting of more than 5,000 employees, 23,000 yearly students, and more than 200,000 alums who made NSU's Vision 2020 and Vision 2025 come to fruition. Our faculty who nurtured and laid a spark in every student and took research to extraordinary levels. Our operational staff, people that most people don't even notice. But our operational staff went above and beyond to create a beautiful, welcoming, and supporting environment and atmosphere for our faculty and students. And our board, who gave of themselves, of their time, their talents, and their treasures. The guidance that they've given to me have been wonderfully supportive, and the confidence they've bestowed upon me has been the wind beneath my wings to keep me going. Because you see, when the board has confidence in you, then people realize, hey, we better listen to that little old Southern boy and some of his shaggy dog stories. But all of them, especially our students, which I will miss the most when I retire. It was our students who challenged us to think bigger and to aim higher. And then, of course, it was our alums who carried our values, NSU's core values, into the world in leaders in every discipline. In addition, I am particularly grateful to our donors, our partners, all of our supporters, and all of you who've come here today. You have believed and you continue to believe in our vision. Your generosity with your time, your talents, and your treasures. And as most people know, that's one of my favorite words. It's allowed us to dream boldly and indeed to keep our aim above our reach, which is the name of my book, by the way. And deliver results that I just discussed that are truly remarkable for a young university of only 60 years old. I also want to take a moment to thank my family and those members who came here today. Without my family and their support, both living and past, I would certainly not be here. First, to Jana. Jana's been my rock and my unwavering partner, who's been supportive when I felt I had no support. Jana, indeed, you have been my confidant and my greatest source of strength. Secondly, to our children, Melissa, Gia, and George Lafayette Hanbury III, better known as Trey. And their families, my sister-in-law, Jody, and her family, and my cousin who's come down from Virginia, Buddy, and his family. Both Jody and Buddy have been like a brother and sister to me. And to all of my family members, it really fills my heart with joy and kind of tears to my eyes to have you here with me, because now you don't have to wait for me to die to hear some of this. Would you all, those family members I just mentioned, all of you, please stand and let this audience see. Thank you. So as I prepare to step aside, I know that as in the past. There's always going to be challenges and uncertainties in NSU's future. However, I have faith, hope, trust, and charity. How's that like for preaching, Mr. Chairman? Faith, hope, trust, and charity in Dr. Harry Moon to lead this great university with a new vision, Vision 2030. I recently told the President's Council, which is made up of the deans and the vice presidents, you've heard from practically all of those in the video, that I kind of think of myself like Moses or Martin Luther King, and that I've been to the top of the mountain, and I can see the promised land, but Harry is going to take us to that promised land and lead NSU to even greater preeminence. And I want all of you to support him as much as you've supported and loved me, because although my formal role is coming pretty quick to an end, my love for this university will remain lifelong. And my belief in the power of education and research will never be diminished. Education, as Jefferson said, unleashes the shackles of ignorance and superstition, and indeed not only makes this world better or greater, but more beautiful and a place to be for us all. So, to me, being NSU's sixth president, it's never been a job. To me, it has been a calling and a real privilege. Now, you saw that video, and the back of my head at commencements. And at the end of every commencement for almost 15 years, I've asked the graduating class, whether it was undergrads, graduate, professional, physicians, dentists, psychologists, educators, MBAs, to all give this old president a thumbs up. So, guess what I'm asking you? On the count of three, I don't need to show you how it's done now, because you've seen how everybody, on the count of three, everybody, and my family members, including you, Jana, on the count of three, please give this old president a thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, everybody. All right, I love you. God bless you. And thank you all. Thank you.